Hey cuties, I hope your day is prosperous this day. We are here for chapter 13 of Anthony Norvell's Universal Secrets of Telecosmic Power. All right, how to tap the cosmic telebank of universal riches. Everywhere we look in the realm of nature, we are confronted by an astounding array of universal riches that man may tap and utilize for his own benefit. Every foot of soil teems with abundance. We need only put a seed into the ground to see how quickly the cosmic telebank of universal riches begins to turn that seed into treasures for man to use. Lumber awaits you for your future dream house. Iron, coal, oil, and gold, silver lie in the cosmic telebank, waiting for your joyous discovery and use. Rubber, maple syrup, and resins flow from trees to enrich mankind. Cotton, oranges, watermelons, and apples spring into being from the cosmic telebank of the universe and bless men with infinite riches and abundance. It's got to be tele everything, right? Telecosmic. Tele. The sea abounds with infinite treasures, fish to feed mankind, pearls to adorn his person with beauty. Oil and other treasures abound in the sea, and scientists are only now beginning to tap these priceless treasures for mankind's future use. Money is man-made. When you use telecosmic power to tap into the cosmic telebank of universal riches to attract money or its equivalent, realize that money is man-made. It is an artificial symbol that stands for the true treasures of life. To understand how money responds to telecosmic power is the purpose of this chapter. You can tap the flow of cosmic riches with the telecosmic power of your higher mind and actually start a flow of money and things of value in your life that will never stop. Regimen to tap the cosmic telebank of universal riches. 1. I have named the repository of all riches that exist in the invisible realm of the universe, the cosmic telebank. Just as a bank holds money on deposit, which can be drawn when needed, so too there is a vast cosmic intelligence which created all forms of treasures and which holds the secret key as to how these riches may be tapped. The word tele relates to the process of the communication between your mind and the cosmic mind through a process similar to telepathy. To tap this telebank, you must use the higher psychic centers which reside in the superconscious mind. Here it is that all knowledge regarding money and its equivalent exists. Your conscious mind directs the tapping of this telebank by relaying the sums of money you need, why you need them, and the possibilities of attaining them through normal channels. To start the flow of riches from the cosmic telebank, use the keywords I tap with the following telecosmograms to your superconscious mind. This message will be relayed to the cosmic mind, and it will direct you as to what steps you should take to obtain the money or things of value you desire. I tap. The cosmic telebank is filled with treasures in the visible and invisible universe. The soil teems with riches and abundance. I now plant the seed in my consciousness that will bring from the invisible cosmic realms the money I need to fulfill my every desire. I recognize the law which states, as you sow, so shall you reap. I now sow the seeds of plenty in my subconscious mind. I desire a home of my own, furnished beautifully. I desire an education for my children. I desire a car that will be useful for pleasure and profit. I desire a large sum of money in the bank, which will give me future security. I desire a steady income from some business source that will continue to grow and prosper through the years. I ask for beautiful clothing, jewels, televisions, and hi-fi sets. All things of value that I require, I now draw on from the universal telebank of riches. 2. When you have formulated the plan which you wish to project to the cosmic mind that releases all the treasures of the universe, read the telecosmogram given above several times until its meaning has been firmly imprinted on your subconscious mind. Then repeat the keywords I tap 49 times in a series of 7 as given elsewhere in this book. Send to your higher mind the following telecosmographs. Imagine yourself receiving large sums of money. See them coming from expected and unexpected sources. Visualize yourself getting a new idea to write a book, to compose a song, to invent some article, to go into some business where you can make money quickly. A woman who needed money came to our lectures in New York City. I gave her this system for tapping the cosmic telebank and told her to begin at once to visualize money coming to her from some source that was not known to her then. She said, "But there isn't any possible chance that I can receive a large sum of money from any source. I have no rich relatives that might die. I haven't an idea in my mind for an invention or a song or a book. I am absolutely untalented." However, I persisted in telling her that she must have faith in the cosmic intelligence and to keep projecting the mental images of money coming to her from some unexpected source in the immediate future. She called me up within a week and said, "I just got a check for $500 as a refund on last year's taxes. But this isn't enough to meet my future needs. I really expected more than this small amount." I told her to bless this small sum and to keep tapping the cosmic telebank for the larger sums she desired. This woman called me again within 1 month, and her voice mirrored the excitement she felt. "A miracle has happened." I kept projecting to the cosmic mind that I would have a sum in excess of $50,000, although I doubted it could come quickly. So what do you think happened? She went on to tell me that an uncle who had gone to Canada in the 1930s had never married, but had made a large sums of money through an early investment in some mining stocks. He had never helped her mother, who was his sister, but now he had died and left this woman and her mother the sum of $65,000. 3. Program into your subconscious mind the law of the double return for demonstrating money or its material equivalents. Every time you give out $1 or 5 or 10, bless it and invoke this law of double return. Use the keywords "I double" and it will trigger the following telecosmogram in your subconscious mind. I double. I now invoke the law of the double return in my life. I now bless money and release it joyously, knowing that for every dollar I give out, 2 will take its place. This law works in nature and taps the cosmic telebank of riches and abundance. A grain of wheat produces a kernel. A kernel planted again produces a pint. A pint turns into a bushel. I now invoke the same cosmic law and double my money. How Howard Hughes used the law of double return. I once leased my home at 10539 Bellagio Road in Bel Air, California, to the famous billionaire industrialist Howard Hughes. This was back in 1956, before he was such a recluse. I had occasion to talk to him several times during the year he lived there, and he once told me an interesting story about the law of the double return. When he was a youngster, he played a game with his playmates in which he would cut out paper shaped like bills and write in the corner various sums representing money with which he traded. One day while they were playing, Hughes asked his playmates which they would rather have, the sum of $1,000 a month as salary or a penny a day doubled every day for 30 days. Of course, all his playmates chose the $1,000 a month. Hughes then proved to them that a penny a day doubled every day for 30 days would run into more than $1 billion. It was on this theory that he built his vast fortune. Everything he invested in doubled and multiplied astronomically. He instinctively knew this law about money and used it all his life. Without even being aware of what he was doing, Howard Hughes, even at an early age, was programming his subconscious mind with the law of the double return, which later made him his vast fortune. 4. To further imprint the subconscious mind with the telecosmograms that start the flow of ideas to make you rich, use the system of chanting that is taught in the Far East. You can make up a chant to fit any need, but for increasing your supply from the cosmic telebank of the universe, use words that designate money or its equivalents. Here are some chants that you may use. Say each chant out loud and repeat them 7 times. I am rich, 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 I am rich. I attract money, 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 money. I become wealthy, 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 wealthy. I magnetize gold, 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 gold. I desire the sum of $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million. If you wish to receive smaller sums of money from the cosmic telebank of the universe, use a chant that signifies how much you want for some temporary need. I desire $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, for example. Say this chant aloud 7 times and then consider that it is filed in your subconscious mind for future action. What will happen after this is that your subconscious mind will reach into the deep recesses of its cosmic memory bank, or to the superconscious mind, to discover everything it knows about you, your gifts, and your possibilities for making that amount available to you. A message is flashed through a kind of cosmic telepathy from this higher cosmic intelligence to your own consciousness. And suddenly you're given a direction to do a certain thing, write a certain letter, or see some person who will bring you the money. A woman who was in my lecture work in Carnegie Hall some years ago, before they had the lottery in New York State, used this system to tap the cosmic telebank for money. She had a young daughter who was dependent on her, the father having deserted them some years before. The mother worked part-time as a maid. She had absolutely no known way of receiving $100,000. However, she felt that if she had that amount, they would have security for the future. She used the keywords "I win" with the telecosmograms given above and started her mystic chants using the ones she had made up to fit her needs. I desire the sum of $100,000, $100,000, $100,000, $100,000, $100,000, $100,000, $100,000, $100,000. 2 months passed and nothing definite seemed to happen, but she kept up her daily programming with her chanting and the telecosmograms for money. One day when she was visiting a relative, he told her that he had just bought an Irish sweepstakes ticket for a small sum and suggested she buy one also. It was then that this woman thought for the first time of this as a possible way for her to win her $100,000. She bought a ticket and increased her chanting of the mystic ritual to 3 times a day. As the day drew nearer for the drawing, she had a feeling of triumph within herself. When the results were published, this woman's ticket was one of those drawn on the race to be run, which would establish if she would win the $100,000 or a smaller amount. On the day of the big race, she kept repeating her mystic chants, and when the papers came out that evening, they announced her ticket as the winner of the big prize. She and her daughter moved to California, where she invested the money wisely and had security for the future. Number 5, to further help program your higher mind with the positive images of money and things of value, use the following method to flash telecosmograms of fame and riches to your subconscious mind. Put yourself into the cosmic hall of fame with rich and famous people. You have heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. He says 10,000 words. Your subconscious mind is triggered by the telecosmographs that you flash to its sensitive depths. You can join the richest and most famous people who have achieved success by having your own hall of fame where you join these successful people. Get a scrapbook, the type you paste photographs in. Write on the first page, "My Cosmic Hall of Fame." Then cut out magazines or newspaper pictures of famous rich people from every walk of life who have made a big success on their own. Then, after pasting in their pictures, put a small photograph of yourself on the same page with your name underneath it. Some rich people whose names you will find with their photographs in newspapers and magazines are, this is funny, Bing Crosby, Bob Hope, Art Linkletter, Governor Rockefeller, Aristotle Onassis, Lucille Ball, and W. Clement Stone. Use these or others, and of course, in this day and age, you have your own names. Use the keywords "I move up" and the telecosmograms. I now tap the cosmic telebank of universal riches. I move up into the cosmic hall of fame with those who achieve fame, riches, and success. I begin the flow of creative ideas from my higher mind centers, which will guide me to the achievement of my fortune. I move up into the higher brackets of income. I move in circles of socially prominent, accomplished people who've achieved recognition from the world. I am aware that a position of power and success awaits me, and I now prepare myself to move into these circles of creative mind action that will bring me rich rewards. A young man who used this system of putting himself into the Cosmic Hall of Fame was working his way through college in New York City. He was very interested in sports, particularly playing the vigorous games of ice hockey. He began to program his subconscious mind that he would one day be able to play professional hockey with a leading team. He had no contacts with rich or famous people, but he persistently used the keywords "I move up" and the telecosmograms given above, also sending the telecosmographs of himself playing hockey in the #1 team in America at Madison Square Garden, probably the Islanders, Long Islanders. After 2 months of this type of programming, he went about his usual studies and his amateur ice hockey playing. One day, a scout from the leading ice hockey team in America saw him play and tagged him for a beginning position with his team. The boy went on into the Hall of Fame of great hockey players without any effort on his part. Number 6, to tap the cosmic telebank of universal riches to increase your flow of money, use the principle of tapping the cosmic generator to start the flow of money, goods, supplies, and possessions in your direction. To do this, visualize an electrical generator which starts the flow of electricity. When the generator is humming, it keeps that electricity flowing out over a vast network of lines, giving us light, power, heat, or cool air. When the generator stops, the flow of electricity is curtailed. Your brain is like a generator. It even uses electric current, turning the mechanisms of your body into creative action that gives you health, causes the heart to beat, the blood to flow, the vital organs to perform their functions perfectly, and so on. When you implement the generator of your subconscious mind with conscious direction, you can strengthen the flow of creative ideas that make you rich. To start the cosmic generator humming with new life and power, use keywords that will begin the flow of ideas into your subconscious mind. Following are some of the key words that people have used to create great works in their own fields of endeavor. Select the keywords that suit your exact needs, using a combination of one or more, and repeat each one at least 7 times, 2 times a day, until your subconscious mind is completely programmed with the message the keywords contain. Here are the examples. I believe. I express faith in a higher mind power that can manifest for me all the good things of life. Great men who have used this are Galileo, Columbus, Pasteur, Newton, and Edison. I desire. I desire a great destiny with adequate rewards financially. I desire fame and recognition. Some people are Ford, Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Vanderbilt. I create. I am a creative channel through which flows power to create beauty and good. I lift the world to new heights of achievement with my ideas. The keywords I create have been used by some of the great geniuses of the past and present to bring great music, poetry, literature, artistic masterpieces, inventions, scientific discoveries, and great ideas in every field of human endeavor. I improve. I strive to improve my life, my personality, my appearance, my mind and intellect, knowing that I shall be able to function better in my relationships with other people, bringing higher standards and greater benefits to the world. I give. I give of my creative ideas, and the world becomes a better place. I give beauty and banish ugliness. I give joy and make others happy. I give love, and I am blessed with love. I heal. I pour the healing balm of love on the troubled waters of life, and I restore peace and calm. I am an agency for the uplifting and betterment of the human race, and I am in turn healed and made whole. I illumine. I release the beacon of light of truth in my own mind, and it casts its rays on the dark places of the world, bringing illumination. I transcend the forces of ignorance and darkness with the light of infinite intelligence. This powerful key has been used throughout history by educators, teachers, reformers, ministers, priests, and the rabbis, and they have helped overcome ignorance and have elevated humanity to new levels of civilization. It's this one. I lead. I become a leader of those who stray from the path of light into the shambles of war, darkness, and superstition. I inspire and uplift those who have lost their way and bring them back to the path of peace and joy. Many great statesmen, teachers, soldiers, sailors, airmen, and others have used these keywords, I lead, to show the way to those who have been mired down by the vicissitudes of life. I establish my own creative sphere of action in my own environment, freeing me from financial pressures and bringing me the fame, riches, and abundance that I desire. The great financial empires that have been established by the Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, Morgans, Mellons, Onassis, the Nassises, and other financiers were created through this powerful keyword, I perfect. I evolve and perfect the elements of the natural world, bringing them to even greater productivity than before. I strive to achieve idealism in which I become more perfect in every way. I bring higher standards, improved morals, advanced ideas into every sphere, every sphere of creative action which benefits the world and myself. The following keywords were programmed by Burbank to improve nature's products, by Edison to discover electric light, the motion picture camera, and other inventions, by Einstein with his mathematical formulas that help unlock secrets of atomic power. I discover the world of mind and spirit in which there exists unlimited creative power. I explore the new horizons of limitless cosmic space and discover in the realm of the intellect vast powers which can produce illimitable good for humanity. The keywords I discovered were used by famous explorers of history like Columbus, Marco Polo, Cortez, and Livingston to open new frontiers of living for humanity. So that closes out chapter 13. We have 2 more chapters. Again, I remind you, I'm excited about my new book, The Light Within, is coming out soon. If you want to reach out to me for any reason, my email is below. And blessings, everyone. Blessings upon you, and I will talk to you soon.